Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. And also thanks a lot for the love you have given me for all my other podcasts, and I hope it's being very informative and useful for everyone. So do share it among your friends as well. And so yes, today's topic is about the most common problem that we face because of the change in climate or the pollution or some kind of flus going around. And the most common thing is when the child starts going to the school. Yes, so even initially I used to be very worried when my son used to get cold and cough regularly once he started going to school. So our family doctor, like the doctor who always checks him whenever he has an issue, he said that common cold is said to be common among kids of this age group, that is like 4 to 5 years old. So we should not be so worried. Okay, we should only go to the doctor when this cold or cough is along with fever, and it also if persists for a week. Yes, usually the child gets fever with cold and cough if there is some kind of infection in the body. So that time we should not neglect. And also we know when the child has fever, even that time we know the medicine and we give it to the child. But if again and again after every 6 hours again and again the body temperature is coming back, then for sure we have to take the child to the doctor. But till then, at least for 4 or 5 days, we can try some of these home remedies which I'm going to tell today, so that we can avoid giving those medicines to the child every month. Because the common cold is so common that almost every month the child gets it, right? Whenever they are exposed to a new weather or somebody in the school brings it, so we cannot avoid it. Yes, so also at the end of my podcast, I'm going to tell another very unusual tip which is related to acupressure. I think most of you might not know about this thing. So yes, stay tuned. Do not skip the podcast because you will miss out the thing that I'll be telling about the acupressure. So yes, stay tuned. So first I'll start with the babies. Yes, because the babies cannot intake some of these home remedies which I'm going to tell. So first let's start with some small things that we can apply on the babies, because even for the babies we should not give so much of medicines at the starting stage itself, because what happens is the body of the babies gets used to medicines. Yes, if we always keep giving the medicines, the body stops responding to the home remedies that we will be trying. So let's stick to some of the home remedies, and as I've told you, try these for 4 or 5 days, and even then if there is the cold and cough continuously, then we can visit the doctor. So yes, coming to the babies, first thing that we can try is the betel leaf or the pan patta remedy. Okay, everybody might be knowing this pan patta or the betel leaf, which is used in making pan. So what we have to do this is apply the mustard oil or coconut oil on one side of this leaf, and you have to slightly heat this leaf. So by heating, I don't mean you have to put directly on the flame. What you can do is, if you have cooked something just now, or obviously the vessel will be hot, so you can put it on the lid of the vessel. Okay, the lid of the vessel will be hot. Or if you have just cooked rice, so the lid of the cooker will be hot. Or else, particularly for this, what you can do is boil some water in a container, in a vessel, and then cover that vessel with a plate. So that plate will get hot, and then keep this leaf on that plate so that leaf gets the heat. Yes, don't keep it directly on the flame, and check the heat of the leaf, that if the baby can take that heat, and then place 1 or 3 to 4 leaves on the chest area of the baby. So what this does is, this melts the phlegm that is there in the chest. Okay, it reduces the congestion the child is facing. So this will be very useful for that. And similar kind of thing that you can do is, you can also just apply and massage with the mustard oil. Yes, the mustard oil is used to melt the phlegm, so you can use this massage on the chest and as well as on the feet of the baby. Yes, we have to give heat to the feet as well as the chest area. And another thing that you can apply on the chest is you can make a small a potli kind of thing. A potli is nothing but you can make a small bag with a cotton or a muslin cloth, and in this small bag made up of cloth you have to put roasted ajwain or the garlic. Yes, these two you can just dry roast and make a potli or a small bag, as I said, and just heat it on a pan or like the similar thing, a hot plate or anything, and just slowly touch it on the chest area of the baby. Yes, you can just check the heat once before doing it, and after that also, once the baby sleeps, you can leave these small bags near the baby, right near the pillow or wherever the baby is sleeping, because this smell, okay, the smell from this roasted ajwain and the roasted garlic also will help the baby to reduce the congestion in the chest. Yes, because we cannot use always inhalers for the baby, so it will be good if the baby takes this. And another thing, you can also apply camphor oil or eucalyptus oil on the chest area, and also near the ear lobes you can apply, and you can also apply it on the feet. And another again something related to this which you can apply for the babies is you can make a smaller bag or a smaller potli which you can use for inhaling, and babies, they will not hold it and keep inhaling, right? So what you can do is you can keep this near the baby, as I told previously, and in this you can add camphor. Yes, you can just make pieces or crush the camphor, and little bit of rice. Maybe you can just say rice is like the uncooked rice, maybe 1/4 spoon, and make a small potli, a small bag of it, and keep it beside the kid. So these are some substitutes for inhalers. Yes, we don't use inhalers for the kids. So if you keep any of these around the baby whole night, the baby will get the smell. Because why I am telling so many options are, we have to test and try which is suiting the baby. Yes, everything will not go well with all the kids. Yes, some kids might be allergic to the garlic smell, some might be allergic to the ajwain or camphor smell. Okay, so you should try this. And another thing which we can try is, but which is little bit difficult, and most of you might find it risky or difficult to try, is the inhalation of the hot water. Yes, we do have the steamers and all such things these days. So in that also we can just add some amount of eucalyptus oil, 1 or 2 drops, or we can also skip all these and just add a half spoon or just a pinch of turmeric in the hot water and make the baby inhale that hot water. Yes, that also removes the congestion in the chest. Yes, so all these things we can use for the babies who cannot intake some of the juices or the other homemade medicines that we give to the elder kids. So these we can follow for the babies. And now coming to the older kids, that is the kids who are older than 1 or 2 years old. So for them, first we can make ginger tulsi honey juice. Yes, you can just nicely grate the ginger and tulsi also. If you just crush it with your fingers, you can get 2-3 drops of tulsi, that is enough. So you can use this and mix it with honey, and you can dilute it. Okay, honey also is good, so you can add a little extra amount so that the child doesn't feel it very spicy. So you can add honey and dilute it with water and give it to the child. The whole day you can give 2 or 3 sips, you can give it to the child. And next, which is an age-old method that is followed by the grannies and all, which is called as kada in Hindi, or we can also call it as kashayam in the South Indian states. So this is nothing but a boiled syrup okay, which is made up by adding cinnamon, cloves, tulsi, pepper, ginger, everything. You can take small amounts and just boil this water. If you're taking 1 glass of water, boil it till it becomes half glass of water. And this also you can give like one spoon in between the whole day, like 2 or 3 times whole day. So this will also remove the congestion. And next is swallowing ajwain or fenugreek seeds. Okay, this reduces the heat that is produced in the body. Yes, sometimes what happens, the cold and cough is also due to the heat in the body. We always think that cold is because of the cold climates. No, even in heat, even in the summers, the child will get cold or cough because it is due to the heat that is generated in the body. So for this, the best thing we can do is you can give this ajwain or fenugreek seeds with diluted buttermilk. Yes, because buttermilk also reduces the heat of the body. So you can give this with the buttermilk and the child will easily swallow it if the child is above 3-4 years. So you can follow this. And another thing that you can do is you can also this massage, whatever I've told for babies, that you can try for the elder kids also, like massaging the chest and the feet with mustard oil. This can also be done for the elder kids. Once they sleep, you can do this. And the camphor and the rice potli that I've told, that you can give to the elder kids and ask them to keep smelling it. The kids can also smell eucalyptus oil. Yes, you can just apply a little amount of oil on their thumb or on their wrist, and you can ask them to keep smelling it, camphor oil or eucalyptus oil. Yes, so yeah, the last trick that I told, I'll be telling about the acupressure, which is also a very unique thing. So this you can do is with the acupressure points that are there on the feet. Yes, the child's feet, the points on the tips of the toes. Yes, if you press the tips of the toes, this reduces the runny nose that the child is having due to cold, because these points are called as the sinus points. Yes, so just slowly you can massage the tips of the toes on the feet of the child, and this you can do for a minute and 2 or 3 times a day, and usually they say to do it on empty stomach. And also the point just below the toes, yes, on the feet only, just below the toes, even if you do a massage over this area, if you press the area, this is good for the chest, okay, the congestion in the chest. So this also you can follow. And one more thing I wanted to tell is, if suppose the child is coughing whole night, yes, that time you cannot again sit and prepare all these things. So instant remedy for that time is you can give a spoon of honey to the child, because what honey does is, if there is dryness in the throat, the honey goes and moisturizes the throat inside. Yes, you can give a spoon of honey, or you can even give a spoon of melted ghee. Yes, so that also moisturizes the throat, so that at least for the night while sleeping, the child will get relief. And if it's there still more, what you can do is keep pepper powder always ready. You can just mix half a spoon of pepper powder with ghee, and this should not be melted ghee, this should be the solid ghee that we have. Just mix it and make small balls, okay, because it's not going to be very diluted, because the ghee is also molten ghee that we are taking. And make small balls and ask the child to swallow it like a tablet. So this ghee and pepper that we are mixing, this also acts well for the dry cough that the child is having during the mid of the night, and which is again disturbing the sleep of the child. So yes, I think I have given many alternatives, so you can just see which is suitable for your child, because again we should not make the child feel uncomfortable, and we should follow these tricks and tips if it is suitable for the child. And whichever thing I've told to apply it on the feet or on the earlobes, chest, etc., like the eucalyptus oil, camphor oil, you can also do this in a way to apply on the dress also when the child is sleeping. Yes, this is again another small tip that I used to apply for the child. That is when the child sleeps, after sleeping, near the pillow, okay, and near the shirt collars, and also near the wrist and all, you can just apply one drop instead of directly applying it to the nose or on the forehead, etc. If the child is not comfortable, you can just apply these near the dress, so that the smell goes on coming and the smell goes inside the child, so that even during the night time the child can cure the cold and cough. So yes, listeners, I hope you will find these all useful and will try for your child if the child is suffering from cold and cough. So yes, please do subscribe to my channel for many more such amazing tips and tricks. And again, we'll meet in the next podcast. Bye. Thank you.